The most important I learned from this class is how to produce a story and how to talk to people, especially to American people.
I've learned a ton in Fast Track. It's basically the only class that I honestly feel like is applicable to what I want to do in life. So I've learned a lot. I've learned that you have to hold yourself accountable and that you have to meet your deadlines. And before with classes, I was able to start early on everything, but then with Fast Track, like scheduling interviews and going with another person's schedule, you have to learn how to cram everything into one day and get it done, and that's more true to real life, and I really am glad that I've learned that.
One thing that I've learned in this class, I've learned so much, but you just have to put yourself out there. You can't be shy, and you're gonna look stupid, especially if you're 5'1", and this little girl's in this camera and has this mic. There's gonna be people that pass you, blow you off, but you just gotta take the good with the bad. To also not be afraid to just do what you want to do. I mean, this is a, news-oriented class, but if you want to do sports, do sports. You want to do entertainment. Don't be afraid to be yourself.
What I've learned? Wow. One of the most important things that I've learned from this class would have to be kind of finding out more about myself. I knew I wanted to be a sports anchor, but I didn't know how bad that I wanted to be a sports anchor. And I think that Doug and Scott pushing me to be this person who I want to be has really been something that I've learned, that I can be that person, and I know I can. And I really do appreciate their confidence in me, and it's really helped build confidence in myself.
One of the most important things that I learned from being in Fast Track was how to be comfortable in front of the camera and not get nervous and not worry when I mess up, and just keep moving on.
I came into this class not even realizing that it was Fast Track. I just thought it was a video class, which is something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to learn how to use a video camera because I've always been print. I came in here thinking that it'd be just a neat skill that I could just put on my resume, until I actually started doing the stuff here. And then I figured out that I wasn't just going to be always print for the rest of my life, that broadcast was something that I wanted to do, that I wanted to always use the video camera, and this class has taught me how to, look for the visuals and just how much more of the story that you can tell, and how much I love being able to do that.
So one thing that Fast Track and all the other video production classes has taught me is just confidence in myself, and not being afraid to be who I am and to show all of you guys who I am, because that was definitely something that I was scared to do before I took any of these classes.
One thing that I learned, I definitely learned that this is something that I actually like doing. I was undecided for 3 years, which is a really long time to be undecided. You just asked my advisor, he really didn't know what to do with me. So I learned that I can actually enjoy something in school.
One of the things that Doug's taught me, and Scott, is that don't hold on to things that have already happened. If it's happened already and it didn't work out in the way you wanted it to work out, then don't worry about it and don't think about it anymore. It's happened. It's in the past. Keep working towards your goal, because it's not just stopped. You can keep working on it.
Something that I learned from Fast Track is anywhere you go, if you are carrying camera equipment, people will avoid you like the plague, because apparently nobody wants to be on camera, and people are afraid of you when you carry around all this big equipment. And here I was thinking everybody wanted to be on camera, but that's definitely not, because people will run away.
What I got from this class and Scott's class is just how to use editing programs. I've only ever used Windows Movie before. That's not really a good one to use. So just learning editing skills, and
learned all the valuable things that I need for a job in the TV business. Basically, I didn't know any of these things before coming into Fast Track's the class, and it's really incredible to see all the things that I've been missing that will be valuable to me down the road. So I think just being a part of this class, learning how to make a story, tell a story, and use all the equipment has really been valuable to me.
One thing I learned from Fast Track is the importance of collaboration and working with each other and critiquing each other's work to make it that much better. I learned the hardships and importance of deadlines, which I hate, but yeah, that's about that.
Okay, one thing I learned this year especially is really what I love to do, and that is video editing, and I never knew that until I just randomly decided to take 332 and then really liked it, and I realized that I really love TV production and that kind of thing, and that is, I've learned everything I know in this last year about that and how to edit and how to film and just anything like that I learned this year. So it's been really great.
I've never taken any video journalism class before, so this was a new experience for me, and I definitely learned a lot of things, just how reporting goes and how editing is and just how to present a news package.
I mean, when I came in here, I knew pretty much nothing about how to use the equipment. I remember the first day we were in class, I was messing around with a tripod, messing around with a camera, trying to figure out how to use it, and you know, it took practical experience for me to figure that out.
Well, before I started Purdue, I'd never even touched a camera. So just being able to operate a camera has been really beneficial. And the things I've learned are I just can't even count how many things I've learned this year at Purdue. It's just insane.
One thing I did learn was to basically create a news package out of pretty much just a bunch of clips and all that good stuff, because, you know, as a person who really hasn't done much of that, I'm just pretty amazed of how, you know, much I've learned on that, and I'm pretty happy, especially with my last one, on how to do that. And then just a little bit of just improving upon what I do as a meteorologist on camera, on the green screen as well.
One of the most important things I learned this semester, well, I learned a lot, but how to story tell. Before I came here, I had no idea how to work a camera or how to edit, but now I'm able to go out and get a story, film it, edit it, and then have it shown. So that's, well, I guess multiple things that I've learned.
One thing I learned that is most important to me is that although I learned a lot of techniques of editing and like shooting videos, I think to produce a good video is to have a good story, and then know how to produce a good story. So you first have to go out and find that and to see the potential of a good story, and then you need to know the art of telling a good story, and that's the most important thing I learned from both Scott and Doug. You know, in the thing that gets the most attention is always the story itself. And I don't think people should distract themselves from the story to techniques, no matter how the technology changes.
Memory I'll never forget is in Com 332, the television production class. You told our class that we could not improv because it wouldn't be funny, because comedy isn't funny if you're doing it the day of for the show that we had to do for final project. And in my group we had Emily Green and Holly, and we sat down the night before the project was due and we're like, we're gonna improv it and just make it up as we go. And so we did, and we ended up getting an A, so you were right and you were wrong, Doug, but no, it's a joke. But yeah, that's my favorite memory because it was a lot of fun filming it, and just if you were in that class, you just had a fun time watching it. So it was kind of a train wreck, but we thought it was pretty good. So it was okay.
I mean, yeah, we get stressed around here a lot, but I mean, it's all kind of like, I'm gonna look back at all this and be like, man, nights in the lab at Stewart, you know, that was good work. You know, it's not like it's a bad thing. It is all a fun thing. I think for one of the happiest things, though, I mean, just spending mornings on Fast Track Extra. You know, it can be, you know, having fun at 8 in the morning. You know, starting your day off, you know, on kind of a lively start. That was fun. And I mean, just kind of sitting down here in the labs at night, and you know, you don't just sit around and work. You know, you talk to the people around you. You get to know them more. You get to work with the same things together and help each other. So I mean, I thought that was really great. I mean, it's a great community, really. Just this class, and that's what I think I won't ever forget, is just how great it was, all of us going through this and doing this together.
So I can't actually pick just one favorite memory or just one favorite moment for this. I think it's just accumulation of this whole semester together with Fast Track Extra and class meetings and doing the crazy run around where you're carrying a bunch of stuff throughout the campus and the tripod is squeaking because you're too short to be able to like properly carry everything. Being able to do all of that and look back at it, is every single second of that has been something that I will never forget and that I will always remember.
Probably filming the anchor things for like 2 hours and having people mess up. No, that's not a good one. My favorite memory is just sitting in class, kind of having fun with everyone and talking and watching everyone's stories and see all the great work everyone's done.
One of my favorite memories, and it's not necessarily a specific memory, but just in general, I loved being in 332 with a lot of the people that are in Fast Track now, and Doug as my teacher, and just goofing off, but also learning so many valuable things and learning about what I love to do, and just being able to be goofy, which I had never really been able to be in a class before in that small setting, and it was just a very fun setting, and I loved that.
Well, something I'll never forget is the time that Chris kept trying to give away my news package on Sex on Campus, and I screamed out very loudly during class that I have sex, referring to the package, but it was embarrassing nonetheless.
One of my favorite memories is probably doing Fast Track Extra. It incorporated my weather skills and providing weather forecasts for pretty much the public, something that I'm interested in pursuing for my career, broadcast meteorology.
Do you have any fun memories?
Fun memories that I could think of are probably going out and filming Fast Track with the group and everyone, and just being able to socialize and see how everything gets done, and even just being in class and being with people from a different major than myself, and pretty much provides, I guess it's a different atmosphere, and it was something that I much enjoyed.
My favorite memory is being a group and having fun with everybody, and learn a lot of things I never learned before.
Definitely going out there and filming the first story. I mean, the first interviews really stuck out.
Well, I'll never forget the day that I broke a chair, and I will never live that down, but I can't say it's one of my favourite memories. My favourite memory was probably when I held a spider, no, I held a tarantula at that, during a stand-up, because I faced my phobia of spiders that day.
My favorite memory in this class, I can't really pick one. This class is just fun in general. I love the people. I've loved all of the times that we've filmed and done stand-ups, and everybody in here has such a big personality. So, but I guess some of the times, the Grand Prix shooting was a lot of fun, and John attempting to teach me how to longboard, which failed miserably, or our handstand contests. Shooting stand-up with Erica and Lexi. And then hopefully our dinner that we have coming up, that'll be another one that I can add as a good time or favorite memory to our list.
I have a couple favorite memories, but the main ones are filming host stand-ups, of course, because we couldn't film host stand-ups in 2 hours because we couldn't stop laughing the whole time. And also filming extras in the morning. Getting up at 7 was a struggle, but it was always a lot of fun. And my favorite extra memory was the last Monday that I did with Lauren and Alex. And Alex was Chef Alex. We would talk about mixing up the perfect storm and the ingredients that went into it. So those were definitely some of my favorite memories from class.
I'll never forget how crowded the editing rooms will get and how everyone was frantically procrastinating on all their stories, including myself. So I'll actually kind of miss this little room because so many things happened in here.
One of my favorite things about being part of Fast Track was getting to do so many different news stories on different things and getting to meet so many different people in the community as well as at Purdue and learn about so many different ideas that I was able to report on this year in Fast Track.
Favorite memory is the day I got the key of the editing room. So that means I have 24/7 access to my favorite place. This semester has been the semester I spend the most of my days here, not only working but also sometimes eating and sleeping here and doing more editing. It's a blast, and I feel like I really love the keys. I don't want to lose them, although I have to go.
Favorite memory from Fast Track probably would have to be filming the news during Grand Prix. The entire thing was straight up ridiculous, and it was so funny, and I will always remember that, and John's ridiculousness, and there were too many good quotes from every time that we did filming, so those will be something that I will always remember.
One of my favorite memories, I guess, I can't think of like one, but like every time we're in the lab like late at night at 4 a.m. Oh, that one time, okay, yeah, I was editing until like 4 a.m. and I was here with Mavis and Iris, and we were just joking about we needed to like bring a cot back down here so we can sleep. And then she like opened the door on me and I was like laying down on the floor in the lab. It's really pathetic.
My best memory that I have is, maybe it's not happy. No, my best memory would be last semester. Not only did Doug appoint me as a producer for Fast Track when I really didn't think I'd get it, or if I was even good enough to handle a full group of people. I got a project on top of that for the beginning of the semester, and it was kind of a project that really tested my abilities. Really time consuming. I was given a week for this project. It may have taken a month, just estimating. So it's definitely one of my best memories because it showed that one of my professors had so much faith in me that he let me take on such a big project that I didn't necessarily think that I was even capable of doing. So my best memory is, seeing people that I looked up to give me a project that tested my abilities and showed me that I could be just as hard of a worker as anybody else and really give 100% and come up with a good outcome. So my best memory was the beginning of the fall semester of 2013, and I won't forget it.
In all honesty, I've had so many memories in this class. It's overwhelming. Coming in 261 with Carson and Shane and everything, it was an experience, and I've always loved these classes. My other classes, they're nothing like this at all, and joining Fast Track was great. One of the best decisions. But the one thing that I'm going to miss will honestly be everyone in this class. You're a family to me. I don't have too many people in my family, and all of you guys, I can connect with each and every one of you in a certain way. And I'm really going to miss all of you, to be honest, in your each own individual way.
I would like to thank Scott and Doug and everyone on the team, because definitely, especially Scott, because I haven't even had him for a semester, and he still remembers me and always asks how I'm doing and everything. So that's always pretty nice, and everyone's always really nice. So just want to thank everyone. Everyone's awesome.
And I want to say thank you to Doug for letting me be part of the Fast Track family this semester. I know it was only one semester, and I wish it could be a little bit longer, and you keep coming up with all these projects and other classes that I could be a part of, but I don't have time for, but I would love to be a part of. So just keep dangling those in my face, and maybe sometime I'll have time to bite onto one of them, and or maybe in the future I'll be able to take you up on a project. We can do that horror movie that you wanted to. To Scott, thank you for helping me with all the technical stuff, and I didn't know what was going on. And thanks for trusting me when I came to you with a pile of crap and said, hey, let's make a teleprompter out of this. And to everybody in Fast Track, I want to say thank you again for letting me be part of this family for a semester. It's been a blast.
Basically everybody. I mean, you guys, not only everybody taught me something from English, like speaking English, to doing stories and, you know, shooting videos. Doug and Scott, you wouldn't know. I came to Purdue as a PR major. I thought myself to be like some sort of, I don't know, officer? No, some girl who will work in an office in the future. But then I took 261 as my first video production class, and that's the day the moment I pressed the recording button, I feel like that's the source of happiness. That really is. I'm not faking that. I really love each moment I hit the record button and I see people in front of me start talking and trust me and just talk to me and tell me all the great stories, and that's really source of happiness. Wait, what was your question? Did I digress from that?
Like if you want to say thank you to Doug.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Oh, of course. Two of the most important teachers in my life, Doug and Scott. Thank you very much for teaching me how to produce videos, and also gave me a lot of recommendations on not only how to be a great video producer, but be a better person.
I'd like to thank everyone in the class, including Doug, for helping me grow as a news anchor and reporter and learning to become comfortable with reporting on my own as well as anchoring.
Well, I'd like to thank the entire class of Fast Track. I know this is my first semester, but I'm really glad to have met everyone, and I especially want to thank Doug for letting me take this class, and of course Scott for everything he's done in my previous courses. Really had a great semester, and I hope to continue on with my life after college.
Well, of course I want to say thank you to Doug. I've had a lot of classes with Doug and I learned more each and every time. And I also want to say thank you to Scott, who I've actually never had a class with, but I feel like I have because he's always so patient and has so much good advice when I'm down in the editing labs, and I love that. And then I want to say thank you to Chris, who's been my producer for the past 2 semesters, and he's great and I can come to him with anything. And I want to say thank you to everyone who helped me out when I was on crutches and couldn't do anything for myself. I really appreciate that. And I want to say thank you to Jenny and Lexi, who are always willing to help me film a stand-up and are patient when it takes 900 tries.
Thank you to Doug for pushing me into all this and helping me kind of reroute my life into what I really want to do and helping me follow my heart into production and media production and all that. Thank you to everyone in Fast Track. Thank you to Mackenzie for being that PIC in the back of the class over there and helping me on all my stories. Yeah, thank you to everyone.
I'm really green because if I needed help, you would always help me out. If I needed to go film something, you would lend me your car. And then just how I stupidly deleted my main interview for my Evergreen, you have volunteered to, well, you were already going to Indy, but you said you would take me with you so I can redo my interview. And Sarah Miller for being best friend for like 2 years now. And just Doug being a good teacher and always being nice to me.
First of all, I'd like to thank Doug for everything that he's done for me this entire year, from writing letters of recommendation to helping me make sure that I got to get back into this class, even though technically with my class history I shouldn't be in Fast Track. I'd also really like to thank Scott for helping me out both with Fast Track Extra or any editing questions that I have, even though I've never been in one of your classes. It's been really great. Thank you so much. I know that there's been a couple projects of mine that probably would have failed miserably if you hadn't been there to help me. But I'd also really like to thank a lot of the people in the class. Actually, I'd like to thank everybody in the class just for how wonderful you've been and how supportive you've been to me and everybody else. But especially, I'd like to thank Chris for being a great producer and always being there to help me out or tell me that what I'm doing is fine, even if I'm freaking out about it. I would really like to thank John for being my first partner and showing me how to actually make a video when I had never touched a video camera in my life before. I'd really like to thank Kate for being there, for being an amazing Fast Track Extra producer and an amazing friend. You've been one of the people I've grown closest to this whole year, from helping me out with my videos when I'm freaking out about school or just life in general and not knowing what on earth I'm going to do when I get out. I don't know, if I had not met you or been able to talk with you, I don't know what I would have done this past semester. I don't know if I would have made it through it. So I just want to thank you for always being there. I want to thank Sarah and Alice for helping me out to be news anchoring on Fast Track Extra and to make that actually a possibility. Without you guys, it would not have been as great as it was. Alice, you're going to do a great job. You do a fantastic job wherever you're heading with your next job, and Sarah, I know you will too. I wanted to thank the news guys for also being there in Fast Track Extra in the morning. You guys definitely made getting up at 8 a.m. worth it every single time. I'd like to thank anybody else who's ever helped me out. Oh my gosh. I'd just like to thank the whole class in general, everybody who's ever helped me out, who's ever been there. Thank you so much. I am going to miss you guys. I can't even tell you how much.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to thank Doug because, you know, for reaching out to myself and the other weather guys, just giving us an opportunity to get this valuable experience. I think it's something that, you know, we couldn't have gotten anywhere in our major, so I think that's a great thing. I'd like to thank Kate and Lauren and anyone else that I've worked with producing Fast Track Extra. Great time in the mornings and great experience, and you know, that kind of the show atmosphere, the kind of we're doing something that we're going to be doing the rest of our lives kind of atmosphere. I really appreciated that. Thank you to Iris for being the show producer and for being so happy and patient and happy. I'll say it again all the time, you know. That's just kind of how she is. And really for just the people that I've come to know, John, you know, somebody I can talk to sports about all the time, and it's not weird. I can say anything about sports and he's going to understand what I'm talking about. And yeah, I mean, I've just gotten to know everyone to some extent, and it's really been great kind of getting to know a lot of new people and how close that we all got so fast. You know, I think that element is what's really cool, and I'm thankful for pretty much everybody, because without any of us, you know, it wouldn't be the same Fast Track.
I'd love to thank Holly Dather and Danielle Stevens for being goofy with me and bringing out my weird side and finishing projects that maybe shouldn't have been done so quickly, but we did really well. And we were great at improv, which worked in our favor. And also Doug for showing me what I love, and he really supported me and has encouraged me in what I do and told me that I am good at what I do, which is very encouraging to hear from someone who I really trust in this area especially. So definitely Doug.
I'd probably thank Doug for providing this opportunity for me to be in this class, and definitely learned a lot of things about this. Scott as well, he definitely helped me out, especially with video editing and giving me some advice and such. And of course, all of the producers for Fast Track Extra, Caitlin, Lauren, and Chris for doing all the extra work that they take out of their day to get this done, because without them and without anyone else, I wouldn't be in a position that I currently am right now.
Thank you, Doug, for being a great teacher and a great, I'll say, parent for all of us. You take care of all of us all the semester long. So I really appreciate it. And thank you, thanks Scott for being such a great instructor too. I really learned a lot from you, and I think all the people in our class, I really appreciated you being with me for a semester, and nice meeting you guys.
I want to thank Doug for being such a great instructor in this class. I want to thank Scott for the technical help, Chris for being such a great producer, Kate and Iris as well. You guys are outstanding. So,
I'd like to thank Doug, Scott and Kate. All three of you have been so supportive. You've just taught me everything I know, and I don't know what I would have done without your guys' help.
I want to say first off thank you to Doug and Scott for everything that you guys have taught me. Scott for putting up with my stupid hard drive in COM 261. And for Doug, just all the guidance and help that you've offered me and for allowing me to be in this class and be who I am. I want to thank Kate, my producer, for always cutting me a break because I'm never on time with anything. So thank you to her and just for being a good friend. To Chris and Iris as well for putting up with our many takes and stand-up. I know it gets annoying, but that's what makes it fun. And just thank you to everybody, just to the class for such a great semester and for allowing this year to just be so much fun and with all the guys.
I have a lot of people to thank, but the first person I'd like to thank is Kate for being my producer this semester for my group. Thanks for putting up with my stories that I decided to create, and some of them a little, especially my last one, a little wacky, but I'm pretty glad that you got to be my producer this semester. I'd like to also thank Iris for putting up with me during Fast Track Extra with a lot of the takes that I had to do at first for being a weatherman. But I've learned a lot, and thanks for getting me cut down to about 1 or 2 takes each Fast Track Extra, especially now. I also want to thank John for helping me out with my first news package, especially going to the art gallery and showing me the ropes. I learned a lot from you, and thanks so much for just helping me out with that. I'd like to thank Chris for helping me during the times that I would be sitting down here really frustrated because I don't know, at first I didn't know what was going on with some of these programs. So thank you very much, Chris, for that, as well as being a good friend to me, because it can be a little bit lonely down here sometimes if you're the only person down here as well as yourself. So thank you very much. I'd also like to thank pretty much the other 2 weather guys for collaborating with me on with some of the PowerPoint slides, critiquing me, helping me improve myself. So I look better on camera, as well as presenting myself more professional, so that way it look great on demo reel, and hopefully all 3 of us will get a job here very soon. I'd also like to thank my co-anchor on Fast Track Extra, Sarah, for putting up with my craziness every week. I know and I hope that you soon land a reporter job, as well as possibly an anchor job, because I can bet your ass that you can do an excellent job of being a news anchor on camera. Pretty much I'd just like to thank everyone who pretty much came to me as to basically become a friend to me. I know it's a small class, and even Doug said it for basically the first day that everybody will become friends like right away, and that's the absolute truth. We've all become absolute great friends this semester, and I'm going to absolutely miss this class because this and Fast Track were the only 2 classes that were really important to me this semester, so I'm really going to miss this. I've also had a lot of huge blasts in this class, so I want to thank everybody for that. And then I'd like to thank especially Scott, as well as especially Doug. Doug, I met you in November talking over with helping me out with the green screen work, and you let me be a stand-in meteorologist for your production class in last November. And then I basically got into Fast Track through contacting you, so thank you so much for letting me have a chance to be in this class, because since I'm not exactly a full comp major, getting an override and all that good stuff. So thank you very much. I've learned an absolute lot through this class. I'm definitely going to take a lot of what I've learned with me to wherever I go. But hopefully I can come back as somebody who can say that this class really did help me. And like I said, I'm really going to miss this class. And, I hope everyone lands a job here soon, those who are graduating. Thank you very much.
So I kind of want to thank everyone, but first I want to thank Doug and Scott because I really just don't think that I would be who I am today without them and without the amazing things that they do every day for us. And I don't think that they realize how much they do for us, and so I just want them to know how much we appreciate them. And to the rest of the class, because I'm not gonna like single anyone out, I've made relationships with all of you, and I just really can't wait to see where life takes you guys. And I am just so proud of everyone, and I'm just so thankful that I got to meet all of you.
I didn't thank everybody I wanted to thank. I want to thank everybody in the class. Specifically, I want to thank John for always, cracking jokes, making the class fun. Sarah for pulling out knives and making class fun in all the worst ways. Kate for always being there when I had issues and was like completely stressing out, because that's how I get. You all know how I get when I'm stressed out. I also wanted to thank the weather guys for coming in and being just unbelievably capable of handling their own stuff. It's really hard to get the hang of the editing programs and filming and the schedules that we have here. So the fact that they're in another major and they're doing this is just absolutely amazing. I want to thank all of the new faces in the spring class, Kristen, Emily, and Danielle. You guys really kept up with the veterans, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, you guys, all the new faces, it's really pulled together. Want to thank Warren for putting this together, because in the end this wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have all of these wonderful memories. So. No, thanks Iris and Mavis, you guys are the bomb. I will see you guys on TV or behind the camera, we'll see what happens. Remember in Beijing, hopefully I have that one right. Just kidding. If I'm ever in, foreign country, I'll probably see you guys, so what's up with that? She just heard me too. Lexi, I want to thank you because you were my host for the majority of the semester, well actually the majority of the year, and you really held everything together. You did a great job reading, and we got done really fast, and you're going to do big things, so that's exciting, and I'm excited to see what you can pull out of your back pocket in the future. No, she's not in the class anymore, but I want to thank Catherine. Catherine showed me that you can still have fun and be professional at the same time. She was always professional, but simultaneously still having fun, and she shot one of my favorite news packages, the one that she was in the labs and everything like that. Alice, no thanks. I want to thank Garrett too. He wasn't here this semester, but Garrett was a really good friend last semester, and glad to see he's doing well in Australia. So if you ever watch this, glad I got to know you. What's your name? Ryan. Oh, the editing messiah. The editing messiah. You, my friend, are awesome. You made my life a whole lot easier, and you're a really nice person. So it's just really nice to meet you, and to see that you're pretty much perfect at everything you do: drawing, editing, filming, posting. You just show it. Yes. And you're amazing at everything. Jenny, thanks for being the other twin. It's cool that I'm not the only twin. Jackson, I want to say thanks to you for taking the reins next semester as producer. You're going to do good things. Be a hard ass. Don't make friends. Ruin their lives. Do everything you need to do to get the job done, because it's not fun. Billy McKenzie. Right there. Billy and Mackenzie. Billy, you got an internship with Funny or Die. You're going to do awesome doing that. Expect big things, and I will see you in California. Mackenzie, you're his lady, and you're really nice and awesome too. So, yeah, I hope you guys work out, and I hope that everything, yeah, goes together with that. Erica, you were my ride to, all of my events and, just filming in random places. I remember we went to SIA for that breast cancer walk, and you were a trooper even though it was really cold and rainy, and you still woke up at like the crack of dawn. So that was really nice of you to come and support me and help me out. And, Jenna, you're crazy and awesome. I love your accent. You're really nice. Thank you so much for helping me with production and with 3D TV. It's been a lot this past semester, and I really appreciate all your help. I look forward to seeing what you have in store in the future, because you're a really hard worker, and if you can figure out all of those music programs in less than a semester, you are awesome, because that stuff gives me a headache. So, good luck in the future, and I just want to say to everybody, thank you. You guys were my best friends that I never thought I'd have. I joined a fraternity, and I made a bunch of friends there, but if anything, I was a lot closer to you guys than I was to a lot of the people that I've known for the majority of my college career. So thank you for being my best friends, and I hope for the best in the future.
Thank you, yeah, I didn't get the opportunity to connect with everyone in the class as much as I wanted. I mean, that's just due to different groups, but I mean, feel like some people I didn't get to work with that much. Billy, Danielle, Mackenzie, Emily, Kristen. I mean, I've talked to you here and there and worked with you guys, and you guys are awesome. I mean, I love the little conversations that we've had, and I do feel that we have connected. And then, I mean, like Alice, I've worked with you here and there. We always talk at the beginning and stuff like that. And I mean, thank you for everything that you've done for me. I mean, my producers, Iris. You've been with me for a long time, and you always put up with my shit, which is funny. But we go good together, and I like the connection that we have. And Chris, I mean, me and you've gone. I mean, we've had class together. We didn't even know each other. Fast Track came. We hit it off right away. And I mean, you've helped me immensely through a lot of things. You always knew what you were doing. You'd help me get through them. You always sat down there with me and answered any question that I've ever had, which I am so grateful to have such a good listener. And it's awesome. I mean, I have your back and you have mine, and it's a great relationship. And Kate, I mean, I call you babe. We've been through a lot and everything. I trust you a lot. You've helped me. I know you absolutely hate everything I do, but I mean, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss all of you. The weather guys, I mean, Alex, Josh, and Gino. I mean, the addition to have that weather part come into Fast Track was awesome. And like, you guys were so nervous coming in and doing news packages, amazing. You guys adapted so fast, and it was awesome. Lexi, you are one of the most professional people I've ever seen, and I think you're going to do great in life. And Ryan, I mean, you're an editing genius, hands down. You're amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And you can sing. You have it all, and you're gonna do great. I know you will. Lauren, oh man, first partner I've ever had in Fast Track when we did that story with each other. It was women's volleyball. It was awesome though. I mean, you've always been a hard worker, and I loved working with you. It was awesome. And now you're going to American, and you really have, I mean, you have a nice path set for you, and I hope you do well. And one of my favorite in the class, I mean, you're all my favorites, but Jenna Wald, I'm gonna miss you a lot, mate. I know that you don't like putting up with my bloody shit, but you're just a knob. And I honestly, I love the accent. You're a great person. So much fun working with you this semester. I loved it. And my co-anchor, Jennifer. I will never forget you. You were awesome. I mean, I loved working with you because we had so much fun, and I mean, we got our stuff done, but we were always laughing and smiling and whatnot. And it was great. I loved every second of it. And I mean, now you have your Disney internship. Congrats to that. That's awesome. And yeah, I mean, I wish we could be co-hosts forever, but unfortunately, maybe in the future we can, but you know, I will miss you. And Sarah, I know we always yell at each other, but you know it's just a joke. The acupuncture thing was a lot of fun with you, and I know I always say your packages suck, but they really don't. They're actually really good. I just like giving you a hard time. I mean, Jackson, I love that there's another guy you can talk sports about. That's awesome. It's a lot of fun. Your Pacers, you know, they're kind of slacking, but you know, I wish the best for them. And you know, you were nervous about your first stand-up, and it turned out great. I thought it was wonderful. And Erica, I mean, we connected this semester too, and it's just you have that eye for detail, and I love how you critique people, and it's awesome because you tell it like it is, and that's how it is. And I respect the straightforwardness. It's awesome. You tell it like it is, and people need to know that. You're gonna do great. Everyone's gonna do great, to be honest. Doug and Scott, you guys are awesome. I mean, thank you so much for helping me with editing, helping me with anything and everything that I've ever had to do. You guys have always been there, I mean, constantly. I mean, you gave your cell phone numbers, you've been on call, you really helped me through my situations last semester. I mean, Scott, you raised me, well, yeah, I mean, you raised me from my freshman year, put me on the right track, had me going with what I wanted to do, and I loved all of your classes. They were great, besides, I mean, the 8:30 in the morning thing. But I did like getting, I wouldn't have gotten up for probably any other class but yours. And Doug, I mean, thank you so much for the opportunities. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for helping me start my career that's gonna come soon. I'll never forget you guys, and without you guys, I would not be where I am today. I don't know, you guys are just a big thank you to my Fast Track family. I will always remember you. I will be willing to keep in touch with anyone. It's been a hell of a time, I'm not gonna lie, and I loved every second of it. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of each and every one of your lives. Thank you.
So, you have to what? Pee, I had to pee.
Okay.
Sounds so weird.
Sushi is not Japanese, or is Japanese, I'm still not really sure. Either way, it's not from where you are from, so that works.
Oh wait, well, you were looking for short sentences, weren't you?
Yeah,
Whoops.
we could just do a show. Yeah, it's fine.
Let me restart that. Holy crap. No, I can't breathe. It's allergies. It's allergies.
Produce a good video, you have to first have a good story, and then you need to do that again. Something unexpected. Okay.
Do anything, and I'm gonna do this again.
I don't have to say my name or anything, do I?
Start over. I don't know, should I say Doug? It's so weird to say Doug, like Professor Austin, right? No, but he likes being called Doug. It feels weird.
I can't do this. Okay, I'm gonna cut that.
We're recording. I'm already screwed up. Oh well.
Yeah, you can ask me the questions because I forget what they are.
Just like to, thank Chris for everything he's ever done for everyone in here. Late nights, always answering questions. He's the man. He always has been the man. He will continue being the man.
Refers to himself in the third person.
Yes.
Because Chris Jones is awesome.
And I just want to let all of you know, Chris Jones
Get out of here.
waits for no one.
Waits for no one.
Nobody.
Get out of my video.
She just heard me too. So yeah, if I'm ever in Beijing, well, whatever it is.
What is it?
If I'm ever in China, I will go and visit. If I'm ever in China, I will go and visit you, Mavis, and you, Iris, because you guys are awesome, and you taught me that sushi is not. That was great. You guys. Score.
Get out of here.
Can I start over?
So Doug, for the last time, hey,